Hello everyone and welcome to Questions and Answers with Dopefish. It's been a while since I did this and I thought it was fun to do the last time around, so let's do this again. The first question comes from Ulfnoom and he asks, what would you do if you had to quit playing video games? Shit, I don't know, watch more TV and stuff I guess. I wouldn't know what to do with my days. I guess just browse the internet more, like watch YouTube, that kind of stuff, but yeah. It would be kind of hard to find something equally enjoyable. Oh well. He also asks, if you were allowed to play only one single video game for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, that's a pretty hard one as well. It has to be something multiplayer, competitive that will last, and with a lot of variation. Maybe something like Warcraft 3 or Starcraft 2, you know, where there's also custom maps, so you can play a lot of different stuff in them. Something where you could create your own game modes or something like that would be like great as well. So I guess I'll answer StarCraft 2 for now at least. OMG Saint Rave asks, why didn't that Royal Rumble stream get onto YouTube? It's currently being edited, it'll be up soon enough. Axman233 asks, what is your stance on glorious Nippon Japanese games? I mean, back in the day it used to be pretty good, with Mario, Super Mario, that like in the NES era, like everything was dominated by Japanese games. Obviously, Capcom with Mega Man and all that good stuff as well. But I don't know. I don't really play any Japanese games these days because I don't own a console, and the Japanese don't really like to put out games for PC. It seems. I have enjoyed like some of these anime type games though, like Reseteer, and games like that recently. But in general, I don't know. I just don't play them enough, I guess. Chaos the Second asks, where the fuck do babies come from, Dope? Well, you see, when a man loves a woman... Let's Play Media UK asks, how is the SV Tor Dopelives Guild coming along? It's pretty good, We're having a bit of trouble finding members just because the game is so damn empty, but yeah, we're raiding, we're clearing dungeons and shit, so it's pretty fun. The game itself is really kind of unfinished though. I mean, I don't know, it's released way too early. Oh well. Bishop869 asks, what video game has scared you the most? In general, I would have to say that Amnesia was a fucking terrifying experience. The single time I've been the most scared though, I was with playing Resident Evil 0 on the GameCube. There was like one scare in there where, it scared the fuck out of me. It didn't leave a lasting impression like Amnesia did though, but that one startled, or that one jump scare was fucking terrifying. Okay, he also asks, what video game has made you the most angry? I don't know, maybe Garfield, but I mean that's kind of a funny kind of rage. On the other hand, games like Heroes of New Earth, where you have to rely on your team and then your teammates are fucking retards, those make me so frustrated and angry. I guess I'll have to say Heroes of New Earth, or maybe Dota on Warcraft 3. He also asks, what is your fondest video game memory? Shit. Probably, sitting as a kid playing some co-op game on, PlayStation or something. I don't know, back in the day. Maybe some good old plastic controller gameplay or something. Yeah, that was fun. Good fun games, good fun times. Skunk Rebel asks, do you have someone who inspired you, or is actually inspiring you? That's a weird question, but I assume he means for streaming, sort of like Let's Play, that kind of stuff. Then, yes, definitely. One of the main influences, I liked watching LPs back in the day before they were really that popular, back on Something Awful and all that. But yeah, one of the main guys was Proton John. To this day, I really enjoy his Let's Plays and all that stuff. Really good fun. And there's also a bunch of other Let's Players I enjoy. And of course the guys who started this whole streaming fad back on 4chanV. That's basically where I got the idea from, because some other people were doing it and it seemed fun, so I decided to give it a go as well, and yeah, it's really fun. Nico PDR asks, what is your politically correct opinion about ponies? Well, I think that everyone should get a pony, and we can use them as natural fertilizers and all that good stuff. Vote Vermin Supreme 2012. Alright. Jägermeisterly Niche asks, why are you always eating while you're streaming? Fuck, I don't know, I enjoy eating. I guess maybe it's also sort of a timing thing that I prepare myself to stream and then like it's food time and then I have the plate of food there and I don't know. I don't know. It's probably kind of bad manners in many ways, but fuck it. I like eating. I like streaming. I like doing it at once. Yay! Gillian Sirmer asks, what is your fursona? Dude, I don't have a fursona. I have a carsona, man. Anyone remember Hot Throttle? Good game. Good game in it. Shadow21491 asks, last year in questions and answer number 4, I asked you why I couldn't get a girlfriend. Thanks to your exceptional counseling skills, I've got myself a girlfriend this year. However, she partakes in illegal activities daily and is dragging me down with her, leaving me in a spiraling pit of problems, hardships, and despair. What should I do? You're clearly the only one I can turn to, Dope. My fate is in your hands once again. What kind of illegal stuff is she doing? I mean, if she's actually, as you say, dragging you into a pit of problem, hardship, and despair, and you don't think she's worth it, then leave her. I mean, if you think she's worth it, if you think it's worth actually struggling out of these problems, then stick with it. Maybe you can actually help her as well. It really kind of depends on what these illegal activities are, though. If she's going out in town murdering people, maybe you should leave her. But if she's like smoking some weed or something, like, it shouldn't be a problem, really. Like, it's so common these days, and everyone seems to do it. I don't know, just if you feel like dealing with it, I mean, if you feel like you think you can deal with it, then do it. Otherwise, I guess it's time to end the relationship. Master of Something asks, Dope, what is your view on old school gaming versus modern gaming? Well, I think there's a lot of rose tint going on. Gaming back in the days, I mean, it wasn't superior to gaming these days in a lot of ways, but I guess it kind of was because we were children back then, and I don't know, everything was just happier when you were a child, I guess. There are definitely some trends in modern gaming that are horrible, like stupid hand-holding and just stupid shit like that. Checkpoints every 5 seconds. But if you look back at, the games praised as being, like, real difficult, like Contra or, what else, like Metal Storm or something, they're just obnoxiously difficult. You have to replay the game so many times in order to beat them. That's, like, it's a different kind of challenge. It's kind of fun, but it doesn't really work in the modern environment, I don't think. Like, games today, the AAA games, they're made in such a way that you have to be able to beat them. I mean, you can't be unable to beat a modern game like you were unable to beat old school games. Like, if you weren't really good or didn't put on really lots of time, you couldn't beat Contra. Like, it was impossible. But these days, you'll have checkpoints everywhere, saves, and, like, lowering difficulties and all that shit, so you will be able to get through the game. It also, I guess, has a lot to do with the story, because back in the day, there weren't really any story. It was all about the gameplay, and in modern games, there is a story, and you really feel like you need to get to the end of the story, even if the game is really hard. So I guess the developers have to, like, put in some, I don't know, like, babies first fucking, fuck. I don't know where I'm going with this question. I think that PC gaming was best in the early 2000s and hasn't been that good ever since, especially since the dawn of the, like, 7th generation of consoles, I guess it is. Developers seem to abandon PC in favor of console more and more, and the console games just aren't as fun as PC games are. Like, the controls are bad, and the graphics are bad, and the kind of, like, I don't know, hand holding is really bad. Well, I think both old school and modern gaming has a lot to offer, though. You shouldn't dismiss one of them out of hand, and you shouldn't praise old school gaming all that much, because there was some really stupid shit going on back in the days as well. Long answer. Oh well. Alive Terran asks, do you play StarCraft 2? Yes, I do. Pretty much weekly, at least weekly. I don't play a lot of ladder or melee though. It's mostly custom maps with a bunch of bros from Dopelives. Rob5395 asks, what have you done with your life so far? Wait, what would you have done with your life so far if video games were never invented? I would probably be the president of Japan or something. I would have been a super genius and everything if I didn't have games to distract me, I swear to God. Ryu Z-Kan asks, what's the difference between a New Zealand accent and an Australian accent? Feel free to give an example. God, you can't make me do accents, that's gonna be horrible. I guess Australian is more like, hey mate, put another shrimp on the Barbie. And like New Zealand is more like, fucking, I don't know, how did they have the same accent, don't they? Except it's like, maybe like a bit more British or something. Oh god, they're like, tally ho old chap, put another shrimp on the Barbie. Oh dear god. Alright, let's move on. God's a Dog asks, have you ever played Commander Keen? No, I never even heard of that game. What is that game? Fuck that. Godspeed Blade asks, I'm sick, can you make a funny sound to make me feel better? Meow. I hope that helps. Freedom isn't free asks, ass or tits? I'm more of a hip to waist ratio kind of guy. That's the main thing. Awkward Fishy asks, what do you do outside of gaming? Fuck all. I go on the internet and look at stuff, and I watch TV series, and I do some cooking every now and then. I try to remain fairly healthy by going to the gym. And other than that, not really anything. Crash and Burn 753 asks, what are we gonna do on the bed? Pomp. Locked Out Gamer asks, boxers or briefs? Boxers. Everyday boxers. I hate briefs, they're horrible. Viva Laran asks, do you still watch any anime? No, not really. Last anime I watched must have been like Hellsing OVA 4 or 5 years ago something. I would watch cartoons occasionally though. Cool Callum Videos asks, can you do a new series where you play the original Fallout? No. Parrotboy94 asks, why did you stop with the Skyrim content, sad face? I kinda got tired of Skyrim. Seriously, there's too many games out to stick with one that much. I think I have gamer's ADD or something, it's crazy, like, oh my god, the new game, it's gonna be awesome, and then you play it for maybe 20 hours, and then like, oh my god, it's another new game, it's gonna be awesome, and then you play that for 20 hours, etc. I'll probably revisit Skyrim sometime though. Our ADHD Videos asks, would you believe me if I said I never laughed to none of your videos? That's like never laughed to none? That's double negative. Anyway, yes, I would believe that. He Wetties asks, do you like cookies? Yes. Sir Hammy Hamster asks, do you like bananas? Yes. Awesome Leprechaun asks, do you like milk? Yes. A Godly One asks, why am I black? Genetics, or maybe you have soot on your face. RoostyXD asks, what was your first video game? The first video game I played must have been Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo. It's not the first video game I remember, though. I remember playing something called Halloween Harry on the PC, or the DOS, I guess. And a game called Highway Hunter as well on the PC. I think those were the first games I actually remember playing, but I must have played Super Mario first. We had both a computer and an NES back when I was a child, so... I also, when I was at like daycare, not really daycare, but kind of daycare, special form of daycare, I found this old Game & Watch thing that had Donkey Kong on it, and like I begged my parents for batteries, and yeah, so I played fucking Game & Watch when I must have been like 5, 6, something. Yeah, I remember that though. It's hard to say which game I actually played first, but the one I remember playing first must have been either Halloween Harry or Highway Hunter back on the PC. And really, I have grown up with PC gaming much more than consoles. We had a Nintendo, like regular 8-bit Nintendo, and then we had a PlayStation, but then after that I never really had any other consoles. I played a lot of Nintendo 64 at a friend's house though, and some Genesis as well when I was younger, I guess. But yeah, I've grown up a lot with PC gaming rather than console gaming, how many people seem to have grown up. This is a long-winded answer to a simple question. Anyway, let's move on. Nuked Phone asks, my father got shot recently. Can you be my new father? Did he really? I'm sorry if that's the case. And yes, of course I will be your new father. Floyd Minecraft asks, when does the narwhal bacon? Get out of here with your Reddit shit, you faggot. Still Alive Gaming asks, do you watch any sport? Only if it's called an e-sport. I mean, I've not really watched esports that much lately. I used to follow StarCraft 1 a lot and StarCraft 2 for a bit. I'll probably get back into StarCraft 2 as soon as Heart of the Swarm hits, though. It's good fun to watch some good esports with some good commentators. And, yeah, I don't really have the time to invest in actually actively watching it, so I usually catch some VODs and that here and there. Gills17110 asks... Wait, what? Alright, that number fucked up. Oh well. Where would you most like to go on holiday? Ooh, probably the US of America. Or the Great Britain. I'm not quite sure. Probably the US. But it really kind of depends, I guess. I mean, there's so much to see and do in the US. Things you've seen in movies and, like, seen that's, like, ingrained into your brain as, like, familiar and, like, into your culture in a way. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. It would be fun to go to the US, though. Probably do some sort of a cross-country road trip or something. That'd be pretty great, I think. Of course, I would also like to go to the UK, mostly just to visit people. There's a lot of people I know in the UK I would love to hang out with, but yeah. Steve Dior asks, have you ever fought a small mammal, for example a badger? What kind of a question is that? Have I ever fought a badger or another small animal? No, I do not think so. Wrestled with some dogs, play wrestled, but other than that, no. Scare1213 YouTube asks, where's the end of Portal 2 co-op? If it isn't on my channel, it'll be on PewDiePie's channel, so go look for it, just do a search or something. Cool Column Videos asks, have you ever been to England? No, I have not. Gills1710 asks, I would love to hear some new podcasts. Will they be continuing? Most likely. It's kind of a matter of me being lazy. I could just grab some people together and do some quick editing on that shit. It's not like it's hard, but I don't know. It's just I'm just lazy, I guess. It's fun to do them, though, and people seem to like them, so we will probably continue with them, but not on a decent schedule, it seems. Izzy Kakarot asks, what is your favorite video game... Wait, what is your favorite video that you did last year? Probably the cooking thing. I'm kind of happy that I started the whole cooking thing, because that's one of my major hobbies outside of gaming, and I really enjoy it, so... Yeah, let's say the first cooking video. That was up last year, right? Yeah, it was. Probably also the Skyrim showcase. I put some work into those. I mean, regular videos I do, it's not really that much work. It's just, playing a game, talking a bit, and then just editing it together into some sort of cohesive thing. But those Skyrim ones, they took a bit of effort and some editing. They were fun. Craig the Best 76 asks, how old were you when you first started gaming? As I said earlier, I have gamed for my entire life. I don't remember any point where I didn't game. So, yeah. Probably when I was old enough to hold a controller or to understand what was going on the screen. Alright, guys, last question for now, and then I will take the rest of them. So that's some other time. Arisato Minato 42 asks, why don't you just become a chef? You're a fucking pro already, man. Well, you do need formal education to be a chef, and it's not the same thing to cook at home as it is to cook in a restaurant. I have worked a bit in a kitchen, and it's no fun, like, at least not when you're the lower ranking kind of guy who has to chop vegetables and shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have any sort of ambitions, I guess. I'm just a fucking lazy fuck, so I guess that's why I never did become a chef. Oh well. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I will, as I said, move on to the next questions at some other time, in a few days probably. My voice is really shot, I'm sorry about that. I'm also kind of tired, so... Oh well, I hope it has been listenable, guys. And yeah, thanks for watching and listening, I guess. Bye bye.